What if I told you that hidden beneath the surface of our universe there is a secret code, a blueprint that connects everything, from the shape of a flower petal to the structure of a galaxy to the very fabric of space and time itself? This code isn't just mathematical, it's ancient, it's sacred, it's the language of the cosmos, a universal pattern that weaves through all existence. Welcome to Explorando Infinitum. Today we're embarking on a journey to explore one of the most fascinating concepts at the intersection of science, mysticism and art, sacred geometry. Is it just coincidence, or is there a deeper, hidden order to the universe? Let's find out. But what is sacred geometry? Sacred geometry is an ancient system of patterns and shapes believed to reflect the fundamental laws of nature. It's a language of the cosmos where geometric forms are seen as the building blocks of reality. From the smallest atom to the vastest galaxies, these shapes are woven into the very fabric of existence. One of the most well-known symbols is the flower of life, a pattern composed of multiple evenly spaced, overlapping circles. This geometric design has appeared in cultures around the world, from Egypt to China, from the Greeks to the Mayans. It's said to represent the interconnectedness of all life and the foundation of creation. But sacred geometry isn't just about art or aesthetics. It's about a profound connection between mathematics, the cosmos, and spirituality. Let's dive deeper into how these shapes might be more than just symbolic and why they've been revered for thousands of years. The golden ratio, or phi, is one of the most famous examples of sacred geometry. This ratio appears in everything from the spirals of seashells to the branching of trees and even the structure of galaxies. Known as the Fibonacci spiral, this curve expands according to the golden ratio, and it's often called nature's secret code. In fact, this ratio seems to appear in nearly all forms of life, suggesting that there's something universal about this perfect proportion. And it's not just in nature. The golden ratio has been used by architects and artists throughout history to create aesthetically pleasing designs. The Parthenon in Greece, the pyramids of Egypt, and even Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa all incorporate this sacred proportion. Could it be that these artists and architects were tapping into something universal, something inherent in the structure of reality itself? But sacred geometry doesn't stop at Earth. Some theorists believe that the entire structure of the universe is governed by these geometric principles. Look at the shapes of galaxies. Spiral galaxies, like our Milky Way, follow the same patterns found in the Fibonacci sequence. The spiral galaxies follow the same ratio, as if the cosmos itself is echoing this ancient pattern. And it's not just galaxies. The very structure of the atom, its electrons revolving around the nucleus, resembles the same geometric shapes. Could these sacred forms be the underlying architecture of the universe? Are we, as human beings, simply discovering the language of the cosmos? Ancient cultures, from the Egyptians to the Greeks, from the Mayans to the Indians, seem to possess an inherent understanding of sacred geometry. These societies viewed geometric patterns not merely as abstract concepts, but as fundamental elements that governed both the natural world and the spiritual realms. To them, geometry was not only a tool for building structures or creating art, it was a way of linking the material world with the divine. Let's start with one of the most famous structures on Earth, the Great Pyramid of Giza. The Egyptians understood geometry as a divine science, and the pyramid's precise alignment with the cardinal points, along with its mathematical proportions, reflect this. The pyramid is not just an architectural marvel, it's a symbol of cosmic order, as if it were designed to reflect the underlying mathematical and geometric principles that govern the universe. The Egyptians constructed the pyramid with an incredible precision, aligning it with the star Sirius, the Egyptian goddess Isis, and the constellation of Orion, which represented Osiris, the god of the afterlife. These alignments were not just for astronomical or navigational purposes, but were believed to connect the pharaoh with the divine order of the cosmos, a perfect geometric reflection of the eternal. The Greeks, too, had a profound connection to sacred geometry. The philosopher Pythagoras, often considered the father of geometry, famously stated, all is number. To him, numbers weren't just mathematical tools, but the essence of the cosmos. For the Pythagoreans, numbers and geometric patterns were sacred, believed to underpin the structure of the universe itself. Take the Parthenon, for example. The design of this iconic Greek temple was meticulously crafted using the golden ratio, the same geometric proportion found in nature, art, and the human body. The Parthenon's columns, spacing, and even its overall dimensions were all constructed with the intention of embodying harmony and beauty through mathematical perfection. To the ancient Greeks, the perfect proportions of the Parthenon represented the cosmic order, reflecting the divine. Across the ocean in ancient Mesoamerica, the Mayans were equally adept in their understanding of sacred geometry. The Mayans are famous for their accurate calendar systems, and many of their pyramids, like El Castillo at Chichen Itza, are aligned with the movements of the sun and stars. The Mayans built their temples to reflect the cosmic cycles of time, suggesting a deep understanding of the relationship between geometry, astronomy, and spiritual belief. The Pyramid of Kukulkan at Chichen Itza is a stunning example of Mayan geometry and astronomy. During the spring and autumn equinoxes, a shadow forms along the steps of the pyramid, creating the illusion of a serpent slithering down the staircase, a symbolic representation of the snake god Kukulkan. The alignment of the pyramid with the sun's position at these times demonstrates the Mayans' deep knowledge of celestial mechanics and their belief that geometry and mathematics were inextricably linked to divine forces. Sacred geometry also plays a central role in Eastern spiritual traditions like Hinduism and Buddhism. In these traditions, geometric symbols, particularly the mandala, are used as tools for meditation, spiritual awakening, and the exploration of the cosmos. A mandala in both Hindu and Buddhist traditions is a geometric diagram that represents the universe. These intricate designs are used in meditation to help practitioners focus their minds and transcend the material world. The circle, a perfect geometric shape, symbolizes wholeness, eternity, and the cyclical nature of life. The use of sacred geometry in these spiritual practices represents an attempt to map the inner spiritual journey onto the cosmic order. In Hinduism, the science of Vastu Shastra, the traditional Indian system of architecture, is based on the principles of sacred geometry. Vastu Shastra outlines how the design of temples, homes, and cities should follow certain geometric principles to harmonize the energy of the space with the cosmic energies. Michael Borden's Vastu Shastra, the Hindu art of architecture, explains how the arrangement of buildings and rooms is a reflection of divine order, with geometric patterns designed to bring spiritual and material prosperity. As we've seen today, sacred geometry isn't just a modern concept or an abstract theory. It has roots in the ancient world, where civilizations intuitively grasped the profound connection between geometry, the cosmos, and the divine, whether through the precision of the Great Pyramid, the spiritual symbolism of the mandala, or the architectural harmony of the Parthenon. These ancient cultures used sacred geometry as a way to understand their place in the universe and their connection to the divine. And perhaps in rediscovering these ancient geometrical principles, we too can reconnect with the mysteries of existence and find a deeper understanding of the universe, not just as a physical realm, but as a living, breathing expression of mathematical and spiritual order. As we've seen today, sacred geometry is more than just a collection of shapes or mathematical formulas. It's a universal language, one that transcends time, culture, and space. From the precision of the Great Pyramid of Giza to the intricate patterns in nature and the vastness of the cosmos, these geometric forms are not merely symbolic, they are the foundational structures that underpin reality itself. For the ancient Egyptians, Greeks, Mayans, and Hindus, geometry was a bridge between the material and the spiritual, a way to understand not only the physical world, but the very fabric of the cosmos. They saw geometry as a pathway to the divine, a key to unlocking the mysteries of existence. And perhaps by studying these patterns, we can begin to understand our place in the universe, not just as observers, but as participants in the ongoing dance of creation. But this is just the beginning. Sacred geometry invites us to ask deeper questions. What if the universe is not just a physical reality, but a living, breathing entity? A vast, interconnected web of patterns waiting to be uncovered. What if, by understanding these patterns, we can unlock new ways of thinking about time, space, and consciousness? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you believe sacred geometry is merely symbolic? Or could it be the key to understanding the true nature of our reality? How do you think these ancient patterns might still be influencing us today in ways we're only beginning to understand? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue the conversation. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And as always, purge explorando infinitum, for in every question lies the spark of discovery.